In the past, many movies try to make the science that happens throughout the entire film, try to make it seem like this is actual science, when sometimes actually the movie can only get so much right and then have so much be completely wrong or just not true at all as far as what we know to be true about some aspects in science. In one case, we have The Martian, which does have a lot of concrete stuff that is scientifically factual that could actually happen. But in one case, the life expectancy for Mark Watney, the astronaut on Mars who gets left behind and has to survive for 500 days, is a bit improbable. The main aspect of why this is because Earth has a magnetic field that surrounds it, while, of course, Mars doesn't. And because of this, Mars soaks up a lot of that radiation that it gets from solar and cosmic radiation. And due to that kind of environment, it'd be really tough on Mark Watney to last even maybe 100 days, let alone even 500 days like the film depicts. Spoiler warning if that is not already made to be known now. But of course, this raises a lot of good questions as to how long can the body actually withstand radiation, and what kind of possibility is there that he could actually last maybe even close to 100 days. And that's something we're going to be able to explore throughout this video, is debunking the fact that Mark Watney could even survive 500 days.
With the lack of a protective atmosphere on Mars, a human would be exposed to much more radiation than they would normally. The radiation on Mars would have multiple effects on the human body. The radiation can damage DNA molecules directly by breaking the bonds between atoms or ionizing water molecules and forming free radicals, which can disrupt the bonds of the surrounding molecules, including DNA. Exposure over a long time to radiation leads to all kinds of health problems, like radiation sickness, higher cancer risk, genetic damage, and even death. This exposure to the radiation for a prolonged period of time would not turn out well for the astronaut.
The Martian hero Mark Watney survived all that the Red Planet threw at him, including frigid temperatures, unbreathable air, high radiation levels, and a restricted diet. Once an astronaut leaves Earth, they are exposed to decreased radiation levels from two main sources: the high-energy particles that stream from the sun during solar storms, and ubiquitous galactic or cosmic rays, which are electron-free The amount of radiation experienced by astronauts on a Crew Mars mission would depend partly on when that mission occurred. Though the book and movie don't explicitly state when the movie takes place, the author of the book has since confirmed that the astronauts touched down on the Red Planet in November 2035. In that year, the Sun will be nearly at the maximum of its 11-year activity cycle, and at that time, powerful solar storms could occur as often as once a month and could last anywhere from several hours to several days, which is an obvious concern for astronauts on Mars. During a big solar storm, astronauts on the surface of Mars, such as Watney, would likely be restricted to their habitat since radiation concerns are so high. Astronauts exposed to extensive radiation could experience decreased cognitive performance, increased susceptibility to infection, and an increased risk of cardiovascular failure, all due to gradual cell damage and tissue degradation. Another documented problem is the gradual growth of cataracts in the eyes. All of these issues could potentially impair a Mars crew while on its mission. In addition to living in the high radiation exposure from solar storms nearly every day, the astronauts' diet of only potatoes presents another health concern for him. If the astronaut were to eat only potatoes and had a supplement, within a year he could develop a host of symptoms, including night blindness for lack of vitamin A, rickets for lack of vitamin D, nerve damage for a lack of vitamin E, easy bruising for lack of vitamin K, weak bones for the lack of calcium, and a weak heart and deadly Keshan disease for lack of selenium. Also, potatoes have nearly no fat and another essential nutrient. The combination of the increased radiation and diet of only potatoes would not